come on to the second technique of focus, which is the Pomodoro technique. Now, Pomodoro technique is where we divide the work into different phases of working and taking a break. Okay. Now, we have discussed that our brain has only a limited attentional capacity. Therefore, if we try to cram in too much within that attentional capacity, it is not going to work out. Even in schools, if you all remember, we only had like a 40-minute periods, and then we had a break and then another period, right? That's because scientifically it's been proven our brain, our mind cannot concentrate for over 40 minutes. So in Pomodoro, what we ask the person to do is you take a task and you make a to-do list for that day, pick out a task that you want to do right now, do it with full focus for at least 20 to 25 minutes, without your phone, without other distractions, without anything else but that work. Okay. After 25 minutes, maybe keep an alarm, or you could have a clock in front of you. Take a break for 5 minutes where you just roam around, just take a breather, go to the washroom, have water, whatever you want to do for 5 minutes. Come back again and do the cycle again for 25 minutes with full intention and focus. And then again a break, again focus, and a longer break for 10 to 20 minutes. Okay. So scientifically, what is this doing? We are making the larger work into smaller chunks where we are working with full focus. Usually, we sit with an intention that I'll finish it within an hour, but that never happens because we are distracted by so many other things, right? Like we discussed in the starting. Here, nothing else matters, just the work matters. So what could have been done in 45 minutes, we're doing it in 20-25 minutes because we are only focusing on that very consciously. Short breaks helps us concentrate better and also fight cognitive boredom. We don't get bored because we are taking breaks. Thus, by touching the phone only during the 5-minute break after the Pomodoro, we essentially are training our brain to resist boredom and cut out self-interruptions at work, right? So consciously going from bottom up to top down through Pomodoro. This works very, very effectively. I've used it myself. I've recommended to a lot of my clients, and it takes some effort. Initially, it's a struggle because we are so used to doing hundreds of things together. We feel we are all multitaskers that way, right? But if we get a hang of it, it becomes very effective and good technique to use. So you could all try it out in your day-to-day life as well. Before coming on to children, Pomodoro is clear? Yes, okay. Now, helping children focus better, how do we do that? With children who are diagnosed with a specific condition. Somebody wants to say something? Children who are diagnosed with a specific condition, say ADHD, for example, they could have a lot of attentional issues. So this is just a small chunk of what I'm conveying with respect to children with ADHD. However, they would require other interventions as well. But for other children who just have sometimes they lose their focus, you want them to build their attention better, then you could use these techniques with them as well. Using games, because of course children love games, putting some scientific evidence into games could be helpful, like helping them find a letter, asking them to find letter in a newspaper article. Just pick out an article and say, cut out all the A's in this article. So they have to intently focus and cut out all the A's. You could increase the difficulty by saying cut all the A's and E's in this article, right? Or cut out all the TH in this article. This is one way. Then walking on a straight line with an object. So say we had that lemon and spoon race, where we walk on a straight line. We have to balance that lemon also. That's what are we doing essentially? We are very consciously in the moment, focusing. correct? So making them play such games. Sorting is, we could put all the dals of the house, all the pulses, different kind of pulses, and ask them to sort out. Say, put this dal in this container, the other dal in this container, a third one in a different container. That's also where they're focusing. And cancelling number pairs. So instead of a newspaper article with letters, we give them a say a number sheet where they have to cancel out 1 or 2, 3, 4, whatever. Helping them with time management and organization skills. Now, children who have difficulty with focusing, with attention, would also have difficulty in managing their time. Why? Because they are not able to stay put and think about the possible hurdles, or the sequencing could be an issue, especially kids with ADHD. So helping them organize better, manage their time better, could come in very handy for them, because that reduces the cognitive load for them, and they're able to be more focused because there are other things are taken care of. Catch their attention by saying this part is important, or pay attention on this, or this will come for exams. So this is something that I learned while I was training to become a special educator for children with learning disabilities, that children with learning disabilities often will have attentional deficits as well. They may lose focus, get distracted, especially when they haven't been motivated. Studies is such a pain for them sometimes, right? Even to sit in the class. So how do we catch their attention? By saying that this is important, pay attention here, look at me, this will come for the exams, right? So that makes us alert. That could catch their attention, and then you could tell them if there's something important to be told. All right. So that was about focus, attention in adults and children. Anything that anybody would want to add here or ask?